Truth be told, I've never been very into escape rooms. I know they're very popular and a lot of people like them, but I've never really been one of them. I don't dislike puzzles. Escape rooms just remind me a little bit too much of the Saw film franchise, and I'm pretty sure people have also noticed, given the amount of escape room horror movies that have been made over the years, which are pretty much Saw ripoffs. Anyway, this is the first Big City Greens holiday episode I've shown you after the Greens moved back to Big City, with Nancy hanging back in Smallton to watch the place. There haven't really been a whole lot of changes since that point, so far, though there are two big ones, only one of which has anything to do with the episode. The first is the one non-important to the story. Near the beginning of Season 4, which is to say the second episode, the kid's maternal grandfather, Nancy's estranged father Nick, shows back up.
Hey, that's me, Dad Grandpa Nick.
Now, if you actually watched Big City Greens, you would have already seen Nick by now during certain flashback episodes and scenes when Nancy and Bill were still kids. But now we see him in the present. And well, he's a lot shorter and fatter than he used to be, and clearly lost his eye at some point. But to get back on topic, he now has to live with Nancy due to his trailer blowing up or whatever happened to it. The second one is a little more awkward, as in, I can't tell you just yet, because it's the one that's actually plot relevant. So let's just get right into it. The episode starts with the Greens arriving at the Croblin Halloween escape room, being staged inside a warehouse. The Croblins are something of a recurring brand in the show's world. Think like the Smurfs. Oh, and of course Cricket is revealed to be one of those kids who thinks the escape room starts in the lobby.
The lobby is not part of the game.
Sure, it's not.
And to a lesser extent, Bill is trying to get a family song going with Cricket not obliging. More importantly, though, the Croblin at the front desk politely informs the Greens that the current record for escaping the room is with 2 minutes to spare, with Cricket becoming determined to beat it at all costs. While getting ready for the escape room, the front desk Croblin inadvertently offends Alice by making assertions that she's old and taking a phone call where he says out loud how badly the escape is going to go for them. Entering the first room, it takes about 2 seconds for the family to get sidetracked. Unfortunately, that's all according to plan. As it turns out, this Croblin escape room has been designed to prey upon the Greens' weaknesses. Alice's age insecurity, Bill being a huge fraidy cat, Tilly's imagination and inability to turn down a role-playing opportunity, and Cricket's competitive streak.
Woohoo! He is really enraged by that fake phone call I made.
Now, 15 minutes in, the Greens haven't made any headway in clearing the room, leaving Cricket having to take charge of the situation and solve it himself.
Bingo, bango! Oh.
Opening the door to find 4 other doors, Cricket convinces the rest to split up and each take a door. And then they see what's behind each.
A replica of our house?
What the heck is going on here?
Unbeknownst to the Greens, it's revealed that the reason this escape room is so bespoke for them is that it's being run by the Greens' nemesis in that second chain in the story I mentioned, Chip Whistler.
I'm the heck that's going on here.
Finally, got that frog out of my throat.
Okay, Chip is the single most recurring antagonist on the show. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I may have mentioned him in the past at least a little bit. A part of that is that he's the son of the CEO of Wholesome Foods, an obvious pastiche of the supermarket chain Whole Foods, which of course is technically a rival of the Greens given that the Greens operate a stand at the farmer's market. Chip has also, ironically, chipped his front tooth at this point 6 times over the course of the show, and one weird time where he lost all of his teeth except the one he fixed. Previously in the show, having ascended to being in charge of the Wholesome Foods franchise after his more altruistic dad retired in Season 2, Chip attempted to build a megastore on top of the Greens and then demolish their home to convert the land into their store's parking lot. As you can imagine, it blew up in his face, and he was last seen being slingshot away inside a helicopter. From there, during Season 3, everyone was under the impression that he had died, only for Chip to reveal that at the end of Season 3, the same episode where the Greens decided to move back to Big City, that he had faked his death. Later he explained that he had escaped his helicopter and used the fact that everyone thought he was dead to spend Season 3 skulking around in disguise. Then, when he realized that the Greens had moved to the country, he started living under the name Norm Alguy until he realized he didn't like it and re-chipped his tooth.
Up on the surface, I can go unnoticed as my veneer, Norm Allguy. But down here, as my true self, I can plot to destroy the Greens from right under their feet.
Re-enlisting the help of his subordinate Greg, whom at this point is the guy in the Croblin suit, Chip is now determined to get his revenge on the Greens and Big City as a whole, starting with the Greens. But, getting back to the episode's plot, the Greens have just figured out that the doors have locked behind them when swirly-cheeked Croblin bots descend from the ceiling.
Hello, Green family.
I'm gonna level with you right now. When I made that point that escape rooms remind me of Saw, I had not started the episode. That was just something that had been rattling around in my brain for a little bit. And the fact that they're pretty much doing a Saw situation right now is legitimately a shock. I honestly didn't think this is what would happen. So, to really turn this into Saw, Chip offers the Greens a choice. Inside each room is a red button. Whoever presses theirs first goes free, but when said button is pressed, every other room locks permanently.
So the question is, Who's selfish enough to do it?
Unsurprisingly, no one is willing to press their button. That is until Cricket does. Except, no he didn't. Shockingly, instead of CGIing something like your average villain might nowadays, Chip just hired a little person. Hey, as long as somebody at Disney's doing it. But Chip only faked Cricket opening his door so he could then torture Cricket with his family's disappointment in him. So, when he presses the button for real and it doesn't open, Cricket can then spend the rest of his life in that room dwelling in guilt.
Plus, that button actually releases 100 snakes into the room!
Wow, you've gone full supervillain, Chip.
I'm pretty sure he already crossed that threshold when he tried to attack a family with a helicopter, Greg. The problem is that he didn't predict that Cricket would find a way to escape the room by climbing onto the Croblin droid to the space above all the rooms. Though I might not have chosen to show the rope grabbing the Croblin's body that way, and then get the rope back that way.
No! No!
That makes 7, by the way. In no time, Cricket locates the other greens and hoists them out, also getting a rendition of the family's song going. Then they fall through the roof, landing in the middle of the lobby, with Cricket discovering that they fell on top of the lobby's timer, stuck on 2 minutes and 1 second, beating the record. The thing is, though, in the middle of the rescue and subsequent falling, Chip and Greg fled, leaving the Greens no idea who did this to them.